It's Friday.
Yo.
What up, all? I hope you're well. Had a good
Indeed.
week.
Indeed.
And check out Mr. Andrew racing last night. Don't know if he's done yet because he hasn't raced yet.
Past tense.
Yeah, this time he's going to stay on for the cool down lap, so he gets actually recorded.
No, actually, last time my game actually disconnected. I didn't leave.
That sucks.
My game disconnected. So.
See, I left because I was just like, didn't really know what I'd do. I mean, I didn't come last because I came 9th in the end, which was technically last, but everybody else fucking retired. Mainly because I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 of them, if there were damage on, would have destroyed the cars, taking me out anyway. Not that I'm bitter. I'm not going to do a patch on anybody, don't worry. But yeah, it's cool. So, hopefully that was fun. What do you think of the Zolder track, actually? Because I've never been on it before.
It's good. It's got a really good mix of corners.
Yeah, and I quite like some of the...
aren't too bad.
No.
Quite nice chicanes, actually.
Yeah, I quite like a couple of the elevation changes where you really drop down and you kind of feel the car go a bit lighter, which I'm still surprised that you can keep your foot down all the way, but you do get that like wheel sort of going loose, which I quite like it as a track, actually. It's not bad.
It's good.
Never been on it before.
No, I haven't much, but yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so follow along for that. That's Thursday nights at the minute. Pretty sure I won't have raced in it because I don't think I'm going to make it. I mean, I might do.
The Rallycross is a bigger thing. I didn't come last.
Your boy, have you seen the actual position, by the way?
Yeah, it's like right near the bottom. But...
Well, yeah, but he won't last, mate.
It's not last.
I'm proud of you. I tell you what, right?
I'm not last in either championship, so that is something.
Now, unfortunately, one in the Ultimate Rallycross series, I couldn't do last weekend. I mean, I could have done, but I had my birthday meal. I had like fucking all sorts of food in front of me, man. I was loving life. But unfortunately, it's meant that Andrew now has a bit of a gap on me.
Also, I'd just like to point out, if anybody did watch it, I added a few drinks that may have impacted my concentration levels slightly.
You know what? I love the Riga track as well. Like, I'm not necessarily quick on it, but I love that track. I think it's such a flowing track.
Like, usually I would just blame me being bad, but I genuinely did feel okay on the track until Saturday.
So, well, to be fair, when we raced on it, like, you were quick.
Exactly.
Like,
it just all fell out of the window or whatever.
So, yeah, motor skills slightly impaired. I suppose that's the difference with sim racing and in real life, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, obviously, you did the Holliers, which, unfortunately, seriously, any Xbox people, why am I not getting the little buttony slidey thingy that says allow your audio to be streamed? Hit me up, tell me, because it's doing me head in. However, I was feeding Mr. Rallycross information from sort of back of the grid and what was going on, and that was some beauty. You did a fucking stunning move. Very clean undertake. They went a bit wide. You gripped up, went through, and then you kept it for that 3rd place in Q2 or Q3, I think it was. I thought that was really nice. I'd
like to state that we're 3rd out of 5.
Yeah, man. Your boy did well. I mean, he still came like 20th overall or something, but
you know, it's not.
It's improvement, mate. It's fucking improvement. That's what it was. You were
I
a lot
even
more
did a
consistent
360
well.
into the last corner for Scott.
Yeah, keeping it real for our mate, Mr. Scott Mack. Don't even know what his actual last name properly is. Might not be Mac. We're just going to go with Mac. Fuck it. If you're listening, Scott.
Anyway, on to some shit then.
Yeah. Got a bit messy, though.
It did towards the end, but...
I'm never doing my own fucking competition, mate. Shit.
So, Honda's come out and said that they're gonna make an electric VTEC. So an E-Tech.
What? Yes, mate. Fucking Honda. Honda.
So that's good, I guess. So
The fuck is that?
obviously, I don't know. I don't have a clue. So yeah, they're saying it'll give you an E-Tech kick. So that'll
You know
be
what? Actually, that looks that fucking weird. That is the kind of thing I'd actually end up liking.
that's quite funny. I hadn't actually seen that.
Amazing, no overhead car. Oh, that is fucking brilliant. That is Car Throttle did that because yeah, genius, fucking genius.
Well, the thing is,
Love it.
leaked design changes, leaked documents, but I'm finding that hard to believe. So yeah, we'll see what happens
shit.
there.
That is fucking. Oh man,
Hang
that's
on
awesome.
though. This may have been on April 1st.
Yeah, I think so, mate. That is amazing. That shit, oh good. Oh, that really helps me.
Yeah, that was good.
That brought my spirits back up to a higher level. Thank you, Car Throttle, because you know what? I might get a sticker on the Beamer, like E-Tech no overhead cam. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Slinger.
Singer.
That'll be the one.
They are a company that does 911s or restores them. Takes the old wide body one, as you see here.
Beautiful, I know. Don't even like Beamers, but I like them. The old ones.
Beamers, Porsches.
Porsches, whatever. Again, don't like new Beamers either. Fucking ugly.
No, yeah, I did see one on my home today, and it was not nice. A new one at new 8 series. It did not look nice. I just really wanted to just show you pictures of this, really, and show how nice they look, really.
500 horsepower.
Yeah, it's such a nice car as well.
Really are, aren't
such
they,
a nice shaped car. That spoiler just is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah,
those old school Porsches are just beautiful.
Every time I see one of them singing,
and
yeah,
that's it. Yeah, if you see anything by singing, you know it's gonna be fucking awesome, don't you? That Rally 911s they were doing,
yeah,
they were lovely, man. Beautiful things.
And then
I saw this.
Yeah. So Toyota's finally come out and said that they're doing the new 86 as well. This time it's called the GR86.
Yeah.
Which I think we may have talked about before. It's
Comes
pretty much
UK,
same as
it?
yeah, it's same as Subaru. It's actually coming to UK. Not a fan at back of that.
No, I was gonna say that to be honest, I would keep the shape you have.
Yeah. It's actually got the same alloys on as well, I think.
Yeah. It looks, don't get me wrong, you know, it looks alright, but I think I prefer your shape.
And then you look at the inside, it's pretty much the same, but they've put a big screen in.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, it's interesting if it's GR, because obviously you take the Yaris, which is just like holy shit. Take the Supra and it looks bang. I think this is a bit of a last thought by him, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't seem to have the amount of wow factor that the Yaris and the Supra has.
So yeah, well, so it goes on sale later this year.
Look, all we need to do is turbo yours. You know, like
we don't even need to do that.
Future.
And you'll have that much.
Well, to be fair, yeah, get the fucking map and headers. Headers make a massive difference on your shape. I think that was Mighty Carmons who did it on his, didn't he? And he got loads of fucking and a lot better like torque curve.
Yeah, I mean that's what they've done there. That's probably what they've done.
Probably, yeah.
And just bored engine out. Finally. So yeah, that's
So basically, we'll just keep your shape and that's that. Do a little bit of more tuning.
Yeah.
You'll have something that looks better.
Yeah.
So there we go, mate. Sorted. We now know the future of your car.
Yeah. Good.
If the Fiesta ever dies, I suppose.
Yeah.
So last bit, I suppose. Let's talk about Jimmy Broadbent.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Pro Sim Racer, living in a
I
shed.
don't know about Pro Sim Racer.
It's about as pro sim racer as you're going to get in it. Sim racer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Living in a shed. Living his best life with his R32 GTR, Turbo Mazda, and other things for shits and giggles. He was. This is what I think I said like a while ago. Wasn't it? Like he's got the deal. Obviously, we all know he's got the deal with Praga to do the Brticar, which I think's awesome. I think it shows Praga kind of looking ahead to the whole sim racing world, which is obviously becoming more and more, I suppose, seen, I think, in race. GT World are doing the series at the minute, the E series, where they've got the GT3 with the in real life drivers, and then you've got the GT4 with the sim guys. I think there's some other, shall we say, disciplines kind of being a bit stuffy and old, stiff upper lip a little bit, albeit the actual governing bodies are really trying. So I think it's really cool. Now, I think we had a discussion a while back, didn't we, about his license? Because, you're going to want, as we were saying just before, you're going to need like an RS National. So Mr. Broadbent was racing. I didn't actually know, because I popped on 750MC, which is, for anybody who doesn't really follow much, I suppose, club racing, 750MC is a what do you call them? Promoter?
I have no
Series
idea.
host?
I'd never heard of it until you sent me a link.
Oh, fair enough. Motor club that basically put on a lot of races, but they put on some really good kind of like, stuff where you're on quite like a low budget car up to a lot more. A mixture of hatches and Porsches and single seaters, low cost stuff. So there's a real big range to do, and they do a lot. And they also do a very, very good stream, live commentating, and it's absolutely fucking excellent.
Yeah,
I think
that's the first thing I noticed, to be fair. As soon as you sent me the link to it, I thought, this is actually a really good kind of production quality, really.
Exactly, yeah. And at the end of the day, that's how you're going to get the drivers, because the drivers need to sell sponsorship. A lot of them, not, some of them will have the money, but I know some don't. And, how do you sell putting a fucking sticker on your car, which, isn't really anything? It's basically, look, I can put you in front of X number of people. So I think what they're doing there over the last few years is excellent. It's been taken over this season, I think they're called Alpha Live, the broadcasters on their YouTube. They do a lot of karting stuff looking at them, but it was excellent, man. So it was first round. I didn't realise Jimmy Broadbent was racing, so I went on for the.
He was actually racing the Enduro Championship, wasn't he?
No, he was doing the MX5. No, he was in the MX5s.
I thought he was doing Enduro.
No, well, I don't know why I got onto it so late and not early on in the day, but I got it on for the Enduro. So the Club Enduro, which is like a 2-hour race, you set into what they tend to do when they've got mixed cars, 750MC, is they do power to weight, like I think bands, X horsepower per ton, which is quite cool. Good way of doing it. Obviously, Track Day Championship do that as well. And it was really good. I thought the enduro racing was really good. So you had these different classes of cars, some really good battles. And then, Mr. Jimmy was in the MX5 race. So that was Mark 1's 1.6s. There were 2 races. And I thought he did excellent. He came, so it's a 40-car grid, so it's a stacked grid.
Yeah, I did think it was quite.
Stacked grid. And he came, let me think now, 20th in race 1 and 22nd in race 2. I think he'd started off in 20th on race 2. I think he dropped down to 28, but then he'd fought himself back up to 22nd. And I thought that, considering that he's never done real life racing, obviously he's done a lot of sim, but I thought that was excellent. I think he showed real talent, but I think it also showed the fact that there is actually benefits to simming.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was quite surprised. And what I thought was that, can you imagine the pressure of him going into that?
Oh yeah, I
He's
know.
got
I know he's
so
been
much
saying it a
on.
lot from a fitness side that he's
Yeah,
had to improve like massively, obviously.
yeah. I've realised that if I'm ever going to race as well. Yeah, but I think that's it because he's a sim racer. There's a lot, he's a fucking sim racer who lives in his fucking shed in his mum's back garden, for fuck's sake. There's a lot of people going to want him to fail. And there's probably a lot of people who don't want a sim racer to come in and do well. But the fact that you've come into your first ever race and you've come bang on mid pack, fucking excellent. And the first race as well, he was in a pack of 5 cars and they were constantly battling and going back and forth. And I think he held himself really good. And obviously, he got back up in the second race, and then he got some clear air. And there were nothing that you'd say, oh, he's a novice guy, he don't know what he's doing. And I thought it was a great showcase of. Obviously, he's not going and winning straight away, and nobody would expect him to. But the fact that he came mid-pack in such a heavily contested series, I thought, fucking excellent. Plus, they got like 21,000 views, I think, on the stream, 1,200 at a time. So. But I thought it was cool because imagine if he'd have come like 35th or 40th from back of the pack. And it just, that the way he dealt with that pressure, I thought was excellent.
I mean, he tweeted last night saying, "Good day today" with a picture of MX5. So clearly he enjoyed it as well.
Yeah. I was, like I said, I didn't even realise, and I didn't realise till later on. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, it's been a sim race for this one. It wasn't until you went, yeah, it'll have been Jimmy. I'm like, holy shit, of course. So I went back in because I was planning anyway of watching the bike sports and the also the bike sports, the open seaters, low cost and Mazda MX-5s.
Yeah, I just had a read through website and they do literally all sorts on there.
All sorts of shit. And it's all, a lot of it is relatively. I mean, like I've been telling you, I've been chatting to Sam McKee. Sam McKee runs in road sports at an E36 328. So obviously, he's a really sound guy and been getting a lot of information off him for the Beamer. But yeah, I mean, he fucking drives to events and then drives home.
Yeah, I did see on there, it does say arrive and drive.
Yeah, like, fair enough. Probably what we're going to do because we're poor. But I was like, if you wanted to get into circuit racing, I haven't heard a bad thing either about the championships yet. Everybody I spoke to has said 750MC, awesome. Regulations are very clear. You can, I mean, like you're taking that enduro. There were some ridiculously spec'd cars, really. TCR level cars against some guy who's banged a fucking Civic Type R together in his fucking back garden. And like, if you wanted to get in like low cost, for instance, you can pick them up, I think, second hand for like £5 or £6. Bit of a refresh on it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. It's good. And then also you got some very rapid bits of kit. So, but I was like I said, I didn't even realise we were racing. But it made me want to get back on the sim. More track because I don't think rallycross is that realistic.
No.
I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I thought it cool, man. That's it. Just wanted to say that.
Cool.
Just wanted
Shit.
to say fair play to him. I hope he does well when he gets in Praga.
Mm.
I mean, it'll be a bit fucking different to an MX-5, granted, won't it? But yeah, fair play to him. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, peace out, y'all. We're done here.
See you
Keep
later.
watching though. Your boy's gonna. Well, we'll both be racing. We need to try and get it set up so we can both have us on. I mean, mainly so they can see you and then me crashing. But yeah, Saturday, Sunday, racing is happening.
Yes, indeed. See you next time.
See you later. Goodbye, folks.